Welcome, eco-warriors and tech enthusiasts. Today we're walking the tightrope between innovation and caution. It's like trying to juggle flaming chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a melting iceberg.
Ah, yes, the classic circus act of environmental policy making. I hear it's all the rage in Silicon Valley these days.
Indeed it is, Tom. We're diving into the world of Blue Planet Green Robots. Not a new sci-fi blockbuster, but the cutting-edge realm of AI for environmental sustainability. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's kick things off with the precautionary principle. It's like the overprotective parent of environmental policy, always telling us to look both ways before crossing the street of innovation.
Absolutely, Mark. And in the world of AI-driven environmental solutions, that street is more like a 12-lane superhighway with self-driving cars zooming by at light speed.
You know, Tom, it reminds me of the time I tried to teach my grandmother how to use a smartphone. She was so cautious, she wore rubber gloves to avoid catching the internet.
Well, your grandmother might have a future in environmental policy making. But jokes aside, this principle urges us to carefully consider the long-term impacts of AI and robotics on ecosystems, biodiversity, and human communities before we go all Oprah and start handing out AI to everyone.
Right you are, Tom. It's not about stifling innovation, but rather about finding that sweet spot where we can embrace new technologies without accidentally turning Earth into a real-life version of Wall-E. Now that we've got our cautionary hats on, let's talk about how we can keep the innovation party going without trashing the planet's living room.
Ah, yes, the eternal struggle of every house party host. In this case, we've got some strategies that are more effective than just hiding the good china. We're talking about staged deployment, risk assessment protocols, and my personal favorite, regulatory sandboxes.
Regulatory sandboxes? Sounds like the world's most boring playground, Tom.
Oh, but it's where all the cool kids in tech and environmental policy hang out. It's like a controlled environment where we can test out new AI solutions without risking a real-world robot rebellion.
I see. So it's less Terminator and more the good place. A consequence-free zone to experiment and learn? Let's put on our philosopher hats for a moment. And yes, they're made from recycled materials. We need to talk about ethics in AI-driven environmental solutions.
Ah, ethics, the kale salad of the tech world. Everyone knows it's good for you, but not everyone's excited about it. We're looking at issues like respecting biodiversity, addressing socioeconomic impacts, and ensuring fairness in how we distribute the benefits of these technologies.
It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle, isn't it? Each move affects all the others.
Exactly. And just like with a Rubik's Cube, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. The ethical approach for AI drones monitoring marine areas might be totally different from AI systems optimizing urban waste management.
So what you're saying is, we need to be as adaptable as a chameleon at a disco party. All right, Tom, it's time to whip out our Wardley map and make sense of this beautiful chaos. What do you see?
Well, Mark, it's like looking at a game of environmental Tetris. We've got AI-driven solutions at various stages of evolution, from the genesis of cutting-edge ideas to the more commodity-like established technologies.
I see what you mean. And look at how the regulatory approaches and ethical guidelines are positioned. They're like the guardrails on this roller coaster of innovation, aren't they?
Spot on. And notice how ecosystem integrity and community engagement are anchoring the whole map. It's like they're the foundation of this precarious Jenga tower of environmental tech.
Fascinating. So according to this map, success in balancing innovation and precaution hinges on developing adaptive governance structures and robust ethical guidelines, all while keeping our eyes on the prize of ecosystem health. It's like trying to pat your head, rub your belly, and solve climate change all at once. Well, folks, we've danced the precautionary tango, cha-cha'd with innovation, and waltzed through ethical dilemmas. Who knew saving the planet could be such a workout?
Indeed, Mark. The key takeaway? Balancing innovation and precaution in AI for environmental sustainability is less about choosing sides and more about mastering a complex choreography.
Absolutely. So, dear listeners, as you go forth into the world, remember, be as innovative as a TikTok dance trend, but as cautious as a cat on a hot tin roof. Until next time, keep your carbon footprint small and your ideas big.